Let's find the median of this triangle, which is AD. So in the given triangle, one of the sides is 4, the other side is twice 8, and we have the midpoint D here. We want to find AD. This angle AD is 90 degrees here. Before we start solving this problem, let's recall one very important theorem, which is a very old one and it was already known in ancient times. The theorem is for any triangle, so I'm going to draw it like this here. In any triangle, if you connect midpoints of two sides, let's say midpoint here and midpoint here, if you connect these two midpoints, this line is usually called midline of a triangle, and the length of this midline is going to be twice shorter than the opposite side. So this side is twice. So these two are equal. So here we have midpoint. And another very interesting property of these midlines is that midline is going to be parallel to the side. So we have two parallel lines and one segment which is twice shorter than the other one. So this is the theorem about midlines. We are going to use this theorem in our problem. So let's try to see midline theorem here. So we have a midpoint. So in order to use midline, you need two midpoints. We have only one midpoint here. So we can see the midpoint. So one of the midpoints is here, this one. Right? What about the second one? So it turns out we have to build ourselves the second midpoint. So in order to build that, I'm going to drop a perpendicular. So extend this BA and drop a perpendicular from C. When I drop a perpendicular, so since I'm dropping a perpendicular, it's going to be 90 degrees. So 90 degrees here. And so as you can see, 90 degrees here and this 90 degrees. So two 90 degrees and one passing line. So that makes AD parallel to this new segment. So since these are parallel and we have midpoint here, AD is going to be midline. So AD is a midline. So as a property of midline, this side is also going to be 4. And since this is x, this side is twice the x. Now we can easily use Pythagorean theorem to find x. So that's going to be 4 square. Since we have 90 degrees here, 4 square plus 2x squared equals 8 squared. So the first one is 16 plus 4x squared and 64. So maybe you could divide everything by 4. So that makes it 4x squared 16. So x squared is 12. Or x is root of 12, which is equivalent to x is equal to 2 root of 3.